Hai semua, nama saya Wani Ismail from Kuching Musika and this is episode 2 untuk Practice 101. Basically a series yang nak tolong siapa-siapa je yang main any musical instrument, tak kisahlah awak belajar dengan cikgu ataupun awak self-taught, on how to practice effectively. So stay tuned untuk today's episode sebab kita akan cakap pasal things to avoid when practicing. Hai semua, so dalam episod hari ni kita nak cakap pasal things to avoid while practicing. Now of course ada banyak list and agak susah untuk masukkan semua benda, tapi saya masukkan a few lah yang saya rasa quite general enough yang boleh apply to every instrument. Tak kisah awak main instrumen yang meniup ataupun instrumen yang menggesek atau instrumen yang memetik ataupun even kalau awak just nak practice vocal in general. Untuk video ni saya akan fokuskan only 5 things. Okay, so kalau rasa macam nak tambah lagi, nanti kita make another episode on things to avoid. Tapi for this episode, episode 2, kita akan cakap pasal 5 things to avoid when it comes to practicing. Nombor 1 dalam perkara yang saya akan nasihatkan try to avoid lah while practicing, not necessarily benda yang paling penting to avoid, tapi saya just mention one of the things yang saya rasa boleh membuatkan your practice is not very efficient. So nombor 1 is basically jangan check phone bila tengah practice. So this one is agak obvious sebab phone can be distracting. Kadang-kadang kita dah ada idea kita nak practice X amount of time, tapi the moment the phone go ding, awak check and then 3 jam habis scrolling phone and then tiba-tiba dah tak boleh nak practice. Kalau awak tahu awak ni jenis yang senang get distracted, dengar bunyi vibrate pun dah terus hati tu tak tenang nak kena check phone, I would suggest put your phone either on do not disturb or put it on airplane mode, letak dalam bag, letak that bag to the side. Jangan bagi phone tu nampak kat depan mata. Sebab bila awak practice, awak perlu fokus. Kalau masa awak practice tu awak tak fokus, then agak sia-sia lah practice awak tu. Sebab your brain is not focusing on solving the problem. Your brain is thinking about other things. Macam tengah fikir nanti nak makan apa, nanti tengah fikir nanti nak dating kat mana, nanti tengah nak fikir assignment dah buat ke belum, semua benda tu. So benda tu akan membuatkan awak fikir pasal banyak benda kecuali benda yang awak kena practice. And then awak tak kisahlah awak practice setengah jam ke 1 jam ke 5 jam ke, tak kisah. At the end of the day, awak still akan rasa macam awak practice banyak tapi tak ada improvement. Sebab apa? Sebab awak tak fokus dekat awak punya practice. Sebab awak busy check phone, awak busy fikir pasal phone. So my recommendation is bila awak practice, to get the most out of it is to not have your phone in front of you, so awak boleh practice tanpa distraction, or at least mengurangkan amount of distraction yang ada kat depan awak. So that's number 1. Nombor 2 dalam perkara yang perlu yang I would recommend untuk avoid waktu practice is practice tanpa taking a break. For me, that is not a good habit to have. Macam kita punya, bila kita practice, tak kisahlah awak menyanyi ke, awak main drum ke, main violin ke, tak kisahlah, akan memakai masa. Awak akan menggunakan masa lawak. Tak kisahlah masa kaki, jari, vocal cord or whatever. Now your muscle at some point perlu rehat. So tak kisah betapa simplenya pun awak practice, at some point dia perlukan rehat. And this is where awak kena tahu awak punya limit lah. It might be different from one person to the next, and it might be different from one instrument to the next. So kalau awak, for example, awak main violin, for example, macam I'm a violinist. Ada bezanya bila practice with too much tension and sakit pasal I just kena relax a little bit, or your body is telling you to take a break. Usually tak disarankan untuk practice more than 1 hour tanpa break. Sebab kalau awak tak ambil break, it will mengincreasekan atau meninggikan peluang untuk dapat kecederaan otot yang awak pakai untuk main instrumen tu, which is not a good thing. Sebab kalau awak injured, kalau awak ada muscle injuries, awak tak boleh practice, awak dah tak boleh main that instrument. Maybe awak kena take a break for a few weeks, and kalau benda tu sangat serious boleh a few months. Kalau very very serious, maybe awak dah tak boleh pegang dah pun instrumen tu. So bahayalah kalau jangan fikir macam pakai jari je, tak apa kot, okey kot. Not really. Sebab kalau awak tak jaga muscle awak, memang boleh merosakkan muscle awak, and chances untuk awak tak boleh main that instrument langsung is very high. So I would suggest that listen to your body. Bila your body is telling you to rest or take a break, then make sure that awak take like 10 minutes break pun kadang-kadang okay dah actually, just untuk merehatkan sikit muscle tu, and then awak boleh start again. So this is very different from instrument to instrument levels, okay, awak punya tahap permainan awak. So kalau awak ada cikgu, this is something to discuss dengan cikgu awak, sebab everyone might have different opinion, and your cikgu, I would say, the expertise of your instrument. So awak boleh discuss dengan dia, berapa lama should I practice before I take a break, or how do I know when I need to take a break. So usually for me is that ada bezanya kalau sakit muscle dengan lengoh or macam fatigue sikit. Kalau sakit muscle, kadang-kadang it might mean too much tension, ataupun kalau is lagi serious is that memang dah ada muscle injury somewhere. Kalau lengoh, it's penat lah, maknanya muscle tu dah penat. Tapi again, this is very case by case, really depends on the person. So tengok juga, sebab tu lah saya kata you must listen to your body. You must know what your body is trying to tell you, and then from there awak decide, do I need to take a break or not. Tapi saya sangat tak sarankan untuk practice more than 1 hours tanpa break, because for me that can lead to muscle injury. Okay, and there's nothing to be proud of kalau awak ada muscle injury, because it just shows that awak tak bertanggungjawab atas badan awak sendiri. Okay, so it's nothing to be proud of. Tak boleh macam kau macam, bro, aku main sampai injured sia. No, that's nothing to be proud of. Okay, sebab it just shows that you're not responsible to your own body. So please jangan practice sampai dapat muscle injury. So make sure that awak ambil breaks. Tahu how long awak nak kena practice before awak nak kena rehat kejap sebelum practice balik. Okay, so that is number 2. And now we come to number 3. Okay, point yang ketiga untuk things yang perlu di-avoid dalam practice, or at least saya sarankan lah untuk avoid dalam practice, which is to practice without a goal. Sebab benda ni akan buatkan awak practice agak, sorry about my language, tapi dia akan buat awak practice agak membabi buta sikit. Tapi it's also, I'm not saying that kalau tak ada goal aku tak boleh practice langsung. Not necessarily that. Awak just kena tahu apa sebab awak practice hari tu. Awak nak dapatkan rhythm ke, awak nak dapatkan pitching ke, awak nak dapatkan tempo ke, awak nak practice dia punya chord progression ke, awak nak hafal ke. Ada banyak sebab kenapa kita practice, and it's very difficult to achieve everything dalam satu practice session. So let's say awak ada masa setengah jam, let's say dalam awak busy, awak ada setengah jam window untuk practice. So awak kena fikir dalam setengah jam tu apa yang awak nak achieve. Let's say awak ada main tak kisah apa instrumen, tapi ada satu part tu rhythm dia macam susah, macam complicated sikit. Awak setiap kali sampai kat situ mesti tersangkut. So awak ada goal macam, okay, dalam setengah jam aku practice ni, aku nak make sure that this rhythm aku boleh tackle. So dalam setengah jam tu, rather than trying to practice everything, awak just fokus dekat tempat yang problematic tu, and awak fix the rhythm. So that means your practice ada tujuan, ada goal. Awak straight away go to the problem, and awak terus fix the problem. So that what I mean is by make sure that cuba elakkan untuk practice tanpa sebarang goal. Bila awak tak kisahlah awak nak buat notes ke, awak nak buat mental notes ke, awak nak buat dalam satu minggu tu, hari Isnin apa practice punya goal, hari Selasa apa punya practice punya goal, that one is entirely up to you. Tapi setiap kali awak bermula practice, awak kena tahu berapa lama awak akan practice for that particular time, and apa yang awak nak achieve at the end of that. Okay, so benda tu boleh membuatkan awak punya practice tu lagi fruitful or lagi membuahkan hasil, or at least meninggikan lagi progress dalam awak punya playing itself. So awak boleh fikir dulu, macam bila awak nak start the day and awak fikir, okay, hari ni aku practice apa yang aku nak achieve, and then the next day think of a new one. Or let's say dalam satu hari awak ada a few slots yang awak nak practice. Macam okay, pagi ada setengah jam, tengah hari ada 45 minit, malam maybe ada lagi setengah jam nak practice. Okay, and then from there awak boleh decide, okay, dalam that first half an hour apa yang nak achieve, and this 45 minutes apa exactly yang nak achieve, and then kat malam nanti apa yang nak achieve. This thing will help you a lot bila awak practice. Sebab kalau tak, awak cuba achieve like all of this thing at the same time and then you achieve nothing. Lebih baik tackle satu-satu dulu, and then benda tu naik sikit-sikit, lama-lama jadi bukit. Okay, so that is number 3. Make sure bila awak practice tu, make sure elakkan practice tanpa sebarang goal. Okay. Nombor 4 dalam perkara yang saya akan sarankan untuk elak when it comes to practicing is cuba elakkan rushing through the practice. Okay, maknanya bila awak practice tu jangan gelojoh, jangan tak ada kesabaran bila practice. Jangan nak rush through everything. Jangan main daripada mula sampai habis, and then kata, yeah, aku dah practice. No, bila awak buat macam tu je, practice mula sampai habis, you're not fixing anything. Awak kena faham that tujuan awak practice ni is to make progress. Tujuan awak practice ni is to improve. So, kalau ada problem dalam awak punya permainan, untuk lagu tu ke, untuk teknik awak ke, now your goal is to fix that problem. Awak kena fikir macam mana saya boleh tackle problem ni, macam mana saya boleh selesaikan masalah ni. So awak tak boleh expect untuk go through daripada mula sampai ke habis tanpa sebarang tanpa sebarang fixing of anything. Sebab kalau awak keep on repeating the wrong thing, nanti awak akan create bad habit, which is something that I talk about dalam the previous episode. I'm going to demo a little bit. Okay, so cut jap. So sekarang I am here with my violin. So saya just nak demo apa saya maksudkan practice daripada mula sampai habis, or rushing through your practice tanpa fixing anything. So let's say saya akan cuba main something, and saya akan main something with mistakes. Okay, so let's say saya nak practice scale for example, and then ada arpeggio dalam music tu, and then let's say, so I make like a lot of mistakes. So I make a lot of mistake dekat dalam tu. Tapi instead of fixing the problem, saya just keep on like I'm not fixing the problem. Kalau saya just keep on ulang-ulang benda tu macam tu and mengharap by magic that the problem will fix itself, memang benda tu takkan berlaku. So what you have to do, again, kena slow things down, ada goal. This kind of like relate to having a goal lah juga. And benda ni awak kena take it down slowly. So let's say saya nak make sure that okay, saya boleh dapat all of the fingering, I can get all of the notes. So bila main ada that. So bila dah ada something like that, and then okay, maybe now I can fast forward this, or maybe like macam okay, now I can try to speed it up a bit, tengok ada salah ke tak. And let's say kalau awak speed up ada salah, then don't get any faster. Awak fix that problem. So that means I am not rushing through my practice. I am taking it step by step, and every single step saya akan make sure yang saya boleh buat. So dapat that. And then let's say like, oh, I want to push this faster even more. And then I continue that until I can get like a very nice, until I can get like the sound that I want. So itu yang saya maksudkan, jangan rush through your practice. Kalau awak tahu awak ada buat salah, kalau awak tahu ada something yang bunyi macam tak sedap sangat, or macam tak betul sangat bunyi dia, figure out what is wrong and fix that. Sebab kalau tak, apa gunanya practice kalau awak tak fix the problem that you have, kan? So to point number 4, jangan rush through the practice. Okay, sekarang kita dah sampai point yang kelima. Okay, now point ni saya kena berhati-hati sikit sebab takutkan nanti student jadikan ni sebagai alasan sampai bila-bila tak nak practice. Tapi actually benda ni agak penting lah, which is to make sure that you are not in a bad mood bila practice. Now let me elaborate on apa saya maksudkan with bad mood. Kalau awak tengah dalam either mental state or emotional state where awak tak boleh fokus. So this one kind of like similar to point number 1. Cuma point number 1 is about the phone, kan? Tapi this one is more like mental state and emotional state. Let's say awak ada personal problem, masalah family ke, masalah duit ke, masalah kerja ke, where it really affects your mental state and your emotional state. Memang awak sampai tahap yang awak tak boleh fokus. Awak tak kisahlah awak letak phone tempat lain ke apa ke, memang tak boleh nak fokus. Memang awak tahu kalau awak praktis pun awak takkan fikir apa-apa pasal apa yang awak praktis, sebab awak asyik fikir pasal apa-apa masalah awak tu. Benda tu actually, I'm not saying that awak tak boleh praktis langsung. Boleh je nak praktis. Tapi kadang-kadang kalau awak tak dapat nak fokus, bila awak dalam that mental or emotional state yang tak sesuai untuk focus and fixing the problem or solving the problem, benda tu again macam awak akan pegang instrumen tu, awak akan praktis, tapi progress tu sama ada very little or tak ada langsung. Kadang-kadang awak kena prioritize juga diri sendiri. So this is more like well-being punya nasihat lah. Memang practice instrument tu penting, kalau especially kalau awak nak jadi bagus to that particular instrument. Tapi awak kena fikir, awak kena always pentingkan awak punya mental, emotional and physical state. Sebab kalau this thing, kalau awak punya well-being tak terurus, awak tak boleh main pun that instrument, awak tak boleh nyanyi pun. So kalau dia macam lebih kurang macam tak kisahlah awak naik kereta ke apa ke, any mode of transportation lah. Kalau awak nak that transport, like that transport, tak kisahlah kereta ke, motor ke, bas ke, kan, to be able to do well, to be able to perform the best that it can, awak kena make sure that thing is maintained, ada maintenance go into that particular thing. Sama juga macam kita as manusia, sebab kita kadang-kadang kita akan ada kat atas mood wise, kadang-kadang kita akan ada kat bawah. It's just, itu lumrah kehidupan. Kadang-kadang kita rasa macam everything went well dalam hidup, kadang-kadang rasa macam oh my god everything goes bad dalam hidup. So bila awak rasa macam emotionally, mentally macam sangat-sangat susah untuk fokus, macam tak ada semangat langsung nak improvekan diri awak, saya punya nasihat is focus on yourself first, daripada paksa diri awak untuk practice and in the end awak rasa macam diri awak tak improve and akan menambahkan lagi beban dekat awak punya mental and emotional state, and awak start rasa macam diri awak ni tak cukup bagus lah, apalah, which is going to make things worse anyway. So saya punya nasihat is kalau awak ada going through some personal stuff, mentally, emotionally or sometimes even physically, take a rest. Sometimes your body just need a rest. Kalau awak punya badan perlukan rehat dan rehat. Tapi at the same time, jangan jadikan ni sebagai alasan untuk tak praktis. So awak kena tahulah, memanglah kadang-kadang kita kena prioritisekan diri sendiri. Tapi awak kena tahu bila awak memang kena prioritisekan diri awak, and kat mana sempadan where bila awak je cross je sempadan tu, dia akan menjadikan alasan. So benda ni again very subjective, hanya awak je yang tahu benda ni. So don't feel guilty untuk take a little bit of break. Let's say malam tu macam oh my god I'm so stressed, banyak gila benda nak kena buat, tak boleh nak fokus benda lain dah, I just need like untuk relax, I just need to watch Netflix for 2 hours to relax. Then by all means do that, if that boleh improvekan your mood so that you can do whatever task yang you nak kena buat in term of practicing, study ataupun kerja, then by all means do that. focus on yourself first. Dah naikkan balik mood awak tu, bagi awak dalam emotional and mental state yang boleh fokus, and then masuk balik dekat that instrument. That instrument can wait. Tapi itulah, macam saya cakap lah, just make sure that awak tak cross that sempadan where awak start jadikan tu sebagai alasan and then start playing the victim. So please don't do that also. Tapi it is important untuk pentingkan awak punya well-being. So kalau awak rasa emotionally and mentally you are not fit for practicing, then don't practice. Alright, that is 5 points. Technically ada je lagi benda yang I would not recommend untuk buat dalam practice. Tapi these are some of the things yang saya rasa will be good to keep in mind, regardless awak main instrumen apa sekalipun. So saya harap some of these things are useful for you. Kalau awak, tak kisahlah cikgu ke, student ke, musicians, professional musicians ke, ada some of the things yang awak always cuba avoid dalam awak punya practice, do share it in the comments, okay? And kalau awak rasa this video boleh membantu sesiapa yang tengah nak mengimprovekan diri sendiri dalam music, share it with them, okay? Kalau nak stay updated to future episodes of this series, then do subscribe to this channel. Other than that, I hope you enjoy this video. I'll see you next time. I'm Wani Ismail from Kuching Musika. Bye semua. Yes. Yes. Nak apa sayang ni? Nak apa sayang ni? Nak attention? Nak attention?